Hello. Start like last time. So you certainly see a lot more of the house than the last time I filmed here. It's now exactly 3 weeks after I started my journey. 2.5 weeks since I arrived here. And I'm gonna give you a quick little update on that. But mainly I'm making this video just to tell you about one thing that I have planned. We are 4 subscribers away from reaching the 2K arbitrary limit because of the number system that we happen to use, but still 2K is a nice number, and I think we're gonna reach that tomorrow. So I'm planning to make a 2K celebration party live stream tomorrow at 8 p.m. We're already in winter time, so it's Central European time. So basically 24 hours after I publish this video, I'm gonna do a live stream. And I'm gonna finally unpack my loop station, and we're gonna have the loop station with us. But more importantly, I will go through 10 years of YouTube history, because I've been a YouTuber for over 10 years now. And basically my plan is to go through my videos, of course not all of my videos, but I'm gonna scroll through all of them, and we're gonna see, and memories will come back, and I'll just talk about those videos, and we're gonna watch a few, and you can also decide which ones we're gonna watch, and you can also see which ones are not public anymore. Most of them are, but there are some videos that for some reasons I had to take down. I can of course not show you them tomorrow, but I can tell you the story behind them and why they were taken down. And yeah, so if you're interested in that, come join me tomorrow in the evening if you're European. Otherwise, in whatever, you know, we're gonna do a nice little live stream. And if we don't reach the 2K, well, then it's gonna be a live stream to reach that 2K. Okay, good. Alright, now that advertisement is out of the way, this video was sponsored by my channel. Let's go into the here and now. So I'm still happy, as you might be able to tell by my smile. I'm still in a good place. There's one main thing that I learned here, and that is good enough is good enough. If you want more technical terms, the 80-20 principle. I've heard about that many times, but I never really lived it, you know? And now I'm starting to understand it and actually practice it, because with all of the tasks that I have here around the house, I could work on them for a lot longer than I do. But I've never been criticized for not doing a proper job. All of the things I did, they were happy with, right? Because it was certainly a lot better than before. It might not have been perfect, but it's good enough. There was only one time when I put straw under the plants that I didn't put enough straw, and then they told me, and then I did put more straw, okay. But with most of the tasks, I just do them to a certain extent where I'm like, good enough, and that's okay, you know? Like yesterday I had to clean the jacuzzi, and you can spend hours cleaning that jacuzzi and getting every little rest of the dirt out, but they're gonna use it again anyway, and they're gonna get it dirty again. So getting 95% of the dirt out should be sufficient. And the last little bits, those are the ones that you spend the most time on, because the majority of the dirt you get out quite easily in the beginning. Another great example, the roof and the leaves. It's enough to get out 80%, maybe 90-95% of the leaves, because there are gonna be more leaves dropping on that roof anyway, so it doesn't make sense to get down every single freaking leaf, you know? And that applies to most everything that I do here. I just had to lower my bar of perfectionism to not try and do a perfect job, but to do a good job. Like, and effective job, even efficient job. And that's a bit contrary to what I'm used to in software development, because there you have the tests and the tests need to work 100%. If one test fails, you're not done, okay? So I always want to make it, you know, perfect. Everything must work. But you can also apply that principle in software development if you just implement the 80% of most important features and leave out the rest. You don't want to implement everything because then you're wasting your time on stuff that doesn't yield enough return. So that's one thing that I'm practicing. Okay. I think we gotta move. Let's move! Let's come here to this tree then. Also, since we changed, might as well change that, because it is getting hot. I am getting hot. We moved away from there because potentially you were seeing the people in the house, and I don't like that. First, because I don't want to show people who don't know they're in my video. Secondly, especially not the ones that I'm living with. Third, it's children, and I don't want children in my videos, because then I would have to tell YouTube there are children in my videos, and I don't want that. So there we go. Olive tree. Ow. Still love the weather. I mean, November, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to November weather. I got an above average amount of dislikes on my last video. And I don't really know why that is. Maybe because I was discussing a controversial topic. But since this controversial topic is still very active in my mind, I want to talk about it again. So, Mom, Dad, could you not watch this part? Or if you watch this part, then be aware that you might not like what you hear. Anyhow, I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling good. I'm happy here, and my health is up to a level where I'm like, this is good, this is enough. I have energy, I can do the stuff I want to do. It's good, it's all good. But it is the case that I have been a little sick in the past week. It started out with me not being able to sleep one night, and then also throwing up, and also having other digestive problems. But I thought, well, maybe that's just the diet or the water, or I ate something wrong. Then I also got a little sick, like a kind of a cold. So running nose, a little bit of throat ache. And I was like, yeah, I mean, people in the family are a little sick. So, I mean, that also makes sense, right? I mean, it's just a common cold. Might be related, might not be related, whatever. But then my digestion problems basically didn't stop for an entire week. So on Sunday I had a full day of not eating anything in the hopes of getting my stomach to chill out again. Except for in the evening I had a few crackers because I was really hungry.
Did I just eat almost the entire pack?
It is better now, it did get better. And I am feeling good. But there is always this thought of this thing that is currently, you know what I'm talking about. Starting today, there's a lockdown in Austria. A full-on lockdown again, as we had it in March. You basically are not allowed to do anything. So I'm very happy to be here. Here it is the same thing officially, but here we have a garden and I can be outside. In Austria, theoretically, I could also be outside, but weather in Austria is shit. So I want to be here, and that's good. So I'm intending to stay here. And don't get me wrong, I'm full on the side of the lockdown is a good thing, because I don't want hospitals to be overwhelmed. The poor doctors and the poor people working there, and just in general, it's not good for our society if we just let people die. So I'm full on for the lockdown, don't get me wrong. It's just also that I've made the decision for me that I'm living with the risk of exposing myself because it makes my life nicer. Very egoistical of me, I know. But as long as I take care that I don't get anybody else sick, I can live with it. So I can justify it to myself. And that's the most important thing, because I'm responsible for everything that happens to me. My mindset coaching already pays off there. That's already getting in there somehow. So a few days ago, I had a Zoom call with my friends from Caponella, and when they asked how I am, I told them, and then one of them was like, I don't want to scare you or anything, but you know that could be a symptom of the Rona, right? And that was my reaction.
Really? Interesting, tell me more. Because, I mean, if that's it, right? If I have it right now, that would actually be good? I mean, probably not. I mean, good in the sense that it's not I'm not super sick, right? Because I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. I mean, I didn't eat yet, so I'm feeling hungry, but I'm not feeling any bad. The only thing that I had was a little bit of a headache and a little bit of a sore throat, but that was gone within one day. And also my running nose, gone within a day.
So, controversial opinion, but I would actually be happy if I had it now, because that would mean that it's not strong in me and that I could deal with it. Because right now I'm feeling basically good. Could be that it's getting worse. I mean, I feel a little bit of a pressure in my head and a little bit warm, but that could be just because of the sun.
I'm not saying I want to have it. You know, I don't. I would prefer to get over this without getting it. But I'm just saying that if I would have now already had it, then I could be like, yo, suck it. I survived. And I don't care anymore if you get me sick again. Again, since I don't see my parents or anyone, I'm only with the family, and the family got me sick. So I'm not increasing R, you know? Just saying.
But also, now I find myself in the situation where one of the people I'm living with shows symptoms that are, for me, very much the Rona. Sleeping the entire morning, feeling fatigued, having a headache, coughing. That's just, you know, that's the classical. That's the classical that I would be looking out for. So if I would have seen that when I arrived here, I would have immediately turned around and left again. But now that I'm already here, there is no point in doing that anymore, because I think, I mean, we're in this so deep now that I can't really escape anyway, so better just deal with it here than on my way trying to get back to Austria, right? My hopes are now actually that I already had it and that I dealt with it nicely. However, it could happen, since they are a little ahead of me when it comes to showing symptoms, could be that I have a hard time coming for me. Could be. I'm not manifesting that. I'm saying that it's not gonna be the case. I'm saying I'm young and healthy and I feel fine, controversial opinions, and I will get through this. Because essentially that's the only thing that I can do. Keep my spirits up and wait for things to pass. Disclaimer, I really feel like I need to say this. Please do take this pandemic seriously. Everything I say is just my opinion. For official information, please contact the WHO or your local authorities. Don't base your decisions on anything that a stranger or even a friend on the internet might say. Use your own brain, think for yourself, and stay healthy. I'm just saying how I experience it for myself and the decisions I made, and I can live with them. 100% aware of what I'm doing, and I will not blame anyone else except myself for anything that happens to me. People have different opinions. That is the case. It would be boring if it wasn't. I don't need to share the opinions of everyone. I don't need to share the opinions of the people I'm living with, and I don't need to share the opinions of my family. I can form my own ones, make it the middle ground, and live my life the way I want to live it. I can totally understand both arguments. I can totally understand that you don't want to let anybody limit yourself, especially physical touch, which is such an important thing for humans. It is. You shouldn't underestimate that. You really feel a lot better if you get it. However, you should maybe also not underestimate the severity of this virus. There is no free lunch. There is no perfect solution. There is no perfect. Everything is always a trade-off. Health, economy, psychological well-being, physical well-being, everything always a trade-off. And you need to decide for yourself where amongst the spectrum you want to be. Okay, that video got a lot longer and more serious than I thought. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget that tomorrow I'm gonna do a live show and it's gonna be super nice. It's gonna be I'm just gonna be sitting there talking about the past and maybe make a little bit of music. Oh, I haven't done that in so long. Put that into your calendar. There's a link to the live show in the description. It should already be visible on my YouTube channel. I'm hoping to see you there. And otherwise, I'm hoping to see you around in the comments or wherever. Also on that note, if you dislike the video, would you be so kind as to tell me why? Because that could potentially help me. But you know, people usually just go dislike, quit. So they won't hear that message. But hey, if you like it, maybe also tell me why. Maybe that could also help me. You know, give me some comments, some useful interaction. It would be nice. It would be nice to hear from you. How are you doing? How are you dealing with the situation? Are you happy with how things are? Are you happy with your life? If not, why not? If you are, nice. Still tell me about it, because that's always good to hear. I'm on the road to becoming a more positive person, because life just lives easier if you're positive. Yeah, in the past 2 weeks I experienced that. Being around people who are positive, it's just, life is so much nicer than if you're constantly worrying. Okay, and with that said, with health and freedom to you, freedom and health to you. I never know which way around I say it. I change it around every time. But it goes either way. I wish both of it to you. And then I will see you tomorrow in my live stream. Till then, bye bye. Now the olives are not ready to be plucked. Although maybe the upper one's there. You think that thing is ready yet? I never plucked an olive from an olive tree. No.